All right, so again, we are still condensing. So we are condensing these multiple logs into one single log. All right, so we have 1/2 natural log of x plus the natural log of x squared minus 1 minus the natural log of x plus 1. All right, we want to condense it, so we're going to go piece by piece to see what can we do here. All right, so we have 1/2 times natural log of x. Well, what do we know about coefficients of logs? They actually should be exponents inside. So we can rewrite this as the natural log of x raised to the 1/2. Okay, I'm just going to rewrite everything else and we'll get there. All right, next thing I see, I have this nice addition here. Addition turns into multiplication. So we are going to condense this into only one log. And inside of that one log, we're going to have our multiplication. Okay. All right, then we just have one more thing. We have 2 logs. We want to make this into 1. We have subtraction. That means we need to do division. All right, so we have now simplified this into 1 log. Okay, so the instructions do say simplify the result if possible. I notice here we have an x squared minus a 1. 1 is the same thing as 1 squared. This is a difference of squares, so this can be factored. So I'm going to do that. It can be factored into x plus 1, x minus 1. You can see why I wanted to do that. Our x plus 1's are going to cancel. So we have the natural log of x to the 1/2 times x minus 1. And I'll leave it there. Okay, so that is expanding and condensing. Next, we are going to talk about the change of base formula. So if you notice on your calculator, we have buttons for log, which is log base 10, and also natural log, which is log base e. We see our hints right above it. We have the exponential function with the base 10 and the exponential function with the base e. So these are the only 2 log buttons on our calculator. But as we've seen, we can talk about logs with different kinds of base. So how do we figure out the answer in our calculator when we have a different base? Well, we actually can just use the change of base formula to do that so that we can use these buttons. All right, so change of base formula says that if we have log base b of x, so where this base is anything, possibly something not on our calculator, this is the same thing as this ratio, log base 10 of x divided by log base 10 of b, or natural log of x divided by natural log of b, so base e. All right, and so the way that you can remember how the division goes is the base, b, goes on the bottom. All right, so number 6, it says use the change of base formula to approximate log base 4 of 153 by using base e. So again, there is no log base 4 on our calculator. We can't just put this in our calculator. We have to change the base first. And I said use base e, so that tells us we need to use the natural log to do it. So log base 4 of 153 is, so we have to put the base on the bottom. All right, so on the bottom we're going to have the natural log of 4, and on the top is what we put our input, natural log of 153. And so this is something that we can put in our calculator. So if you go to your, if you go to your calculator, We have the natural log button, natural log of 153, divided by the natural log of 4. So we get about, what did I say, how many decimals? It didn't say how many decimals. It's about 3.6287. I'll do 4 decimal places. All right, and we would have gotten the exact same answer if we used log base 10. So I'll show you that as well. So if we use log base 10 of 153 divided by log base 10 of 4, we get the exact same answer. So the ratio is the same. All right, so that is all for this section. So make sure you can apply these properties of logs. You can write it a log in expanded form, or you can simplify from expanded form to a single log. And can you apply the change of base formula? If you have any questions, make sure you ask them in class.